So with the Paris Olympics happening right now, it only makes sense to once again point out how good Slovenian athletes are. Now, I want to remind you that Slovenia is one of the best in the world when it comes to Olympic medals per capita. At the Tokyo Olympics, we sent 54 athletes. This year, we went even bigger. We've got 90 athletes representing our small country of 2 million people. So I want you to take this time to let me know in the comment section if you're following Olympic Games this year and if you're rooting for any countries, especially if you're rooting for Slovenia. So I just want to say also that we already have one gold medal. Yes, it took us 4 days, but better late than never. But if you're not familiar with the concept of Slovenia, which is a country, let me bring up some names that you might recognize. Luka Dončić, Primož Roglič, Janja Garnbret, Janja Garnbret, Tadej Pogačar, Tina Maze, and many more. Slovenia truly does excel. So what is it about Slovenia? Is there something in the tap water we have that is so delicious and just so addictive? Could it be the pristine nature? Could it be the endless, unspoiled landscape? Could it be the boredom? Or is it because Slovenia is a land of masochists? According to Reddit, we like pain, suffering, and escape from the real world. Could it also be that we have a lot of pent-up anger, trauma, and frustration, and we don't go to therapists? So it's alcohol, drugs, or sports. So let's look into that, shall we? Slovenia is a small country, but it is incredibly diverse in landscape, which means that it offers incredible amount of sports all year long. The nature is just around the corner for most people, pretty much almost everyone. It is also one of the most densely forested countries in Europe, with almost 60% of the country being covered in forests. There are 59 major rivers in Slovenia, measuring about 2,500 kilometers. But the total length of all rivers in Slovenia is 26,989 kilometers. Slovenia also has 321 bodies of water classified as lakes. And most of the lakes in the country actually have glacial origins. Slovenia also contains 9,738 named mountains. For a country of 2 million people, we sure do have a lot of athletes. We have 7,000 categorized athletes. And since 4 years ago, in 2020, we now actually have our own national holiday dedicated just to sports. And it's on September 23rd of every year. And it's not just that, but sport is very integrated in the life of an average Slovenian. Not only because we are surrounded by so much nature, but because schools implement a lot of sports into the curriculum and then extracurricular activities. That goes for middle school and high school. So just in the years that I have spent in middle school and high school, through the school, I got to do the following sports: rock climbing, rafting, skiing, soccer, indoor hockey, karate, volleyball, badminton, running, swimming, hiking, including hiking several days, and many more. Another theory as to why Slovenians are just so damn good at sports is that we have a lot of stubbornness in our genes, like a lot. Ask anyone that knows me. Or ask anyone that knows a Slovenian. And you know why? Because it took us a long ass time to get to where we are an independent freaking country, okay? Because our country has been under different ruling for so long. The territory of Slovenia has been under the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, Kingdom of Hungary, the Republic of Venice, under First French Empire, the Austrian Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Then it was state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs, which didn't last very freaking long, into the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. Then came World War II, and we all know what happened during World War II. Some of it was annexed, some of it was a part of independent state of Croatia. We will not talk about that. And then afterwards, it once again became a part of Yugoslavia. And only in 1991, we became an independent country where we can speak our language freely and read our books. And I think some of that just goes through our genes, you know? It's a part of our DNA that we just have to fight for things. So I'm pretty sure All of Slovenians carry the genes of frustration and resilience and hardship and just general gene. So it's quite possible that we are just born angry and that we have to put that anger towards something, like another Reddit user suggested, drugs, alcohol, or sports. Some user suggests that it's the food. The potica makes us stronger. It gives us superpowers. And considering potica comes from Slovenia and it's most likely consumed just by Slovenians and a few tourists, could it be that that's why Slovenians are so good at sports? Whatever that might be, I am excited to see Janja Garnbret absolutely destroy the competition at this year's Olympics. And there is a lot of pride in Slovenia when it comes to sports. A lot of people turn up for events that are hosted in Slovenia and even hosted outside of Slovenia. And just generally, the country comes together the most through sport, it seems, whenever Slovenian athletes compete, especially on international level. Like, you will root for them. You will root for them, doesn't matter, because it is a huge achievement for a tiny country. I didn't grow up loving sports in particular, except for maybe a few select, but because I had a jump start when I was growing up, being included in so many sports. Now that I'm an adult, sport is like, I need to move my body. It is, I think, a part of my genetics since I grew up in Slovenia, and I need to do some sort of physical activity. So that will conclude this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and if there's any Slovenians watching this. I just want to remind you that I do have a Slovenian channel that is specifically just in Slovenian. I decided no longer to do English subtitles because it takes up too much freaking time, and I want to create content just for Slovenians because I do create so much English content. I'll leave the link below. You can also find the username here. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.